Manchester City keen to keep Bernardo Silva. Barcelona very keen to sign him. Here's Foden, chips that one in. Back out here to Cole Palmer. We might see another ball into the box. Offside flag is raised. It's against Phil Foden, who starts off on the left-hand side. It will be Mahrez on the right. It's the first opportunity of the game. Aubameyang, perhaps in his farewell game if Chelsea get their way. They've expressed an interest and perhaps a firm offer as well to take Aubameyang back to London, the one-time Arsenal player. Sergio Roberto. The ball to Kessié. Kessier's past Calvin Lewis. It's still Kessié. He's got a shot on him as well, and he clangs the ball against the post. Franck Kessié has perhaps surprised a few fans with his ability going forward. He normally starts from deep. He's not afraid to get forward. 2 chances so far for the home team, Barcelona. Didn't look to be kept in by Foden. The referee will call play back. Well, Barcelona had a disappointing opener in their La Liga campaign, held to a draw by Rayo Vallecano. Game ending 0-0. Barcelona's new look attack took out their frustrations on Real Sociedad this past weekend. A 4-1 win for them, ending a 4-match domestic drought without a goal or victory, dating back to last season. Floated over the top, might be slightly too long for Jordi Alba. Has managed to hook it into the box. Here's Rafinha, he's got a shot from here. It's another save by Ortega. 3rd chance for Barca. And by this time against Real Sociedad, Barca had already taken the lead and conceded an equaliser. 43 seconds it took Lewandowski to score. There is Xavi Hernandez, Barcelona coach, starting his first full season in the dugout. All the Blaugrana, ball put out by Kyle Walker. Aubameyang lurks inside the box. It's curious that Kyle Walker is wearing the captain's armband today. Ruben Diaz is one of the first choices for captain. Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne also regular skippers. Ortega. It was a thrilling game for Manchester City this past weekend. A 3-3 draw, bringing an end to their unblemished record in the Premier League. 3 games in, still to be beaten. Held to that stalemate by Newcastle United. Foul there was on Sergio Busquets, who himself missed the game against Real Sociedad through suspension. Knocked on by Rafinha is Kessié, Frenchman who a canny signing from the French league. He came to the end of his contract. Has experience of playing against Manchester City. Taken towards the area. Clever pass there, but it is intercepted. Bernardo Silva back helping out defensively. Big game for him tonight. A really slightly surprising start for him. Got his first Premier League start of the campaign against Newcastle. Looks like Gundogan has been favoured ahead of him in the first few games. Kessié plays back into the defence. Sergio Roberto must have a big season this term. Sergio Roberto blighted by injuries, missed almost the entirety of 2021-2022. Has now signed a new contract with Barcelona. Barca looking at another option for right back this season, perhaps looking to offload Serginho Dest and bring in a different kind of player for the right hand side. Intercepted by Barca. Aubameyang was trying to make a break. Miscommunication there between Foden and Cole Palmer. Two players who know one another very well indeed. They came up through the academy together. Foden did break into the first team a couple of seasons ahead of Palmer. He's already scored for Manchester City in the Champions League, Cole Palmer. Missed the opening few games for Manchester City in the Premier League season with injury. Run past Rico Lewis, played back, it was looking for Franck Kessié. It was Ferran Torres for the second time tonight, gets past Rico Lewis, the inexperienced fullback. Ferran Torres, of course, knows Manchester City very well indeed. Joined Barcelona from the Blues back in January. A mixed time at the Spotify Camp Nou since then. Might be difficult for him to get a regular place in that front line. So much talent in this Barca side going forward. Likes of Rafinha, Dembélé, Lewandowski, and Ansu Fati, of course. Frenkie de Jong. Plenty of drama surrounding Frenkie de Jong this summer. Manchester United want him. They've already signed Casemiro from Real Madrid. The Frenkie de Jong move is much delayed. He doesn't want to go to Manchester. One of the players on the bench today for Barcelona also knows Manchester City very well, Eric Garcia. And we'll have to wait to see Erling Haaland in action, much like Robert Lewandowski. Might feature in the second half, perhaps. Remember, all proceeds from ticket sales for this game and online donations will be given to research into amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. You have the QR code there and the BSUM code to make donations. ALS, a progressive nervous system disease. It affects the brain and spinal cord, gradually causes the loss of muscle control. A fatal disease for which as of yet there is no cure. Into the centre. Does have an association with sporting figures, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease in the US. After one time a baseball player was diagnosed with the disease. Rafinha. Kessié, his Sergio Roberto offside flag goes up. As Aubameyang and Frenkie de Jong were arriving side by side. Lifted onto the right. Rico Lewis. It's the start of a series of midweek fixtures for Manchester City. They have a busy few months ahead, as do Barcelona. Champions League draw takes place tomorrow. These two sides could very well be drawn against one another in the group stage. Another offside call there against Riyad Mahrez. Iñaki Peña, he returns to Barcelona this season, had a loan spell at Galatasaray, which included playing against Barcelona in the Champions League, or rather the Europa League. Very keen to get some first team minutes. He might get more minutes this season if anything happens to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, what with the departure of Neto. Peña bumped up the pecking order as Rafinha goes outside. Comes up against a roadblock there. Sergio Gomez, the La Masia product, who joins from Anderlecht, the side coached by Vincent Kompany. Coming up to 20 minutes gone, still Barcelona 0, Manchester City 0. Almost the first ball through of note. Calvin Phillips was trying to rush away. Frankie de Jong was also trying to break away. Kyle Walker having none of that. It was in fact Julian Alvarez, a much touted Argentine, comes into European football this season looking to make an impact. Scored just minutes after coming on in the Community Shield against Liverpool. And goes forward here to take on PK, doubles back. Here's Mahrez. Gomez to Foden. That chipped up to the back post. Easy catch for Iñaki Peña, but it's put in. A big mistake that Alvarez is able to capitalise on. 1-0 to Manchester City. Alvarez gets the Blues up and running with their first shot on target. Alvarez certainly not the tallest of players. But from this aerial ball, and it causes some chaos at the back. It slips through the hands of Iñaki Peña, and Alvarez capitalises. It was the most straightforward of catches. Alvarez had almost eased off the pressure. Manchester City take the lead. Koundé. Rafinha. Franck Kessie has lost a boot. The referee calls play back to allow him to adjust his footwear. Well, it looked like a routine catch for Iñaki Peña. He made a real hash of it. To Iñaki Peña, who receives a round of applause. Important for a goalkeeper to get some confidence. Sergio Roberto's ball to Aubameyang. He slices his pass attempt to Rafinha. Aubameyang was another clever signing made in the winter transfer market by Barcelona. A few important goals that helped Barca to get into the Champions League. They'd had a tough start to last season under Ronald Koeman. Since Xavi took over, it hasn't all been plain sailing. He does have a squad that is more fit for purpose now, with some big names brought in, but Barca still haven't registered some of those players. Kessié. Possession just slightly in Barcelona's favour. Both of these sides are possession-based teams. Torres have made a run into the box. Here's Frenkie de Jong to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba bends that one towards the 6-yard box, but Ortega gets down to grab it. It's the first time that Xavi has faced Pep Guardiola as a coach. Mahrez. De Jong wins that away from Bernardo Silva. Aubameyang trying to play that beyond Sergio Gomez. It's intercepted before it can reach Rafinha. He's up against a former teammate today, Rafinha. Calvin Phillips was his colleague at Leeds United the last couple of seasons. Ortega does launch that one upfield. It's given away cheaply. Cole Palmer takes it on. Cole Palmer with the strike, lifts it over the crossbar after selling a dummy to Jules Koundé. Peña. Hardly ideal for him. He committed that howler in what is likely to be a rare first-team appearance for him over the next couple of months until the Copa del Rey gets underway. Busquets turns on the style. Aubameyang plays to the left. We've got a player down for Barcelona. And we keep moving. Aubameyang tumbles over as well. Free kick in an interesting spot for Barcelona. See that mistake from Jules Koundé, played it straight into the path of Alvarez, who's everywhere when Barca make a mistake at the back. Clipped into the area. It falls for a low drive that finds its way through. Aubameyang goes for power and beats Ortega. It's 1-1 just before the half-hour mark at the Spotify Camp Nou. Manchester City fail to clear the set piece. Aubameyang goes for goal with a determined drive. Busquets who gets the initial header. Ortega doesn't fully cover the near post. It's 1-1 between Barcelona and Manchester City. Piqué. Back by Koundé to Peña. Great attendance tonight in Barcelona. It's a top-level friendly, and all proceeds from ticket sales will go to ALS Research. Another offside call made against Riyad Mahrez. Second time he's gone beyond the defensive line tonight. Again, a reminder, the QR code and the Bizum number that can be used to make a donation for ALS Research. Ball given away to Manchester City again. Cole Palmer plays it beyond Piqué. It's Bernardo Silva on the right. And driven across, Foden was waiting for it, but the pass fails to come to him. Bernardo Silva now. Bernardo Silva makes some space for himself, stings the hands of Iñaki Peña, who palms the ball away. Barcelona surviving that brief onslaught from Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has brought in 6 academy players for the task tonight. Rico Lewis, one of the starters. Mahrez runs that out. He's on the bench. Knight, Bob, Luke Mbete, and Josh Wilson-Esperant. Alongside some of those first-team regulars. May see some wholesale changes for the second half. Barcelona certainly huge squad depth now, something that Manchester City can't really boast. They do have 2 players for every position, but not much more than that. Out of play by Jordi Alba. This time Mahrez is onside, but he can't keep the ball in play. We've yet to see a solid break for Riyad Mahrez. Loves to get the ball on the right and cut inside. Just a couple of players unavailable for Manchester City today. Aymeric Laporte, still recovering from knee surgery. Jack Grealish, who took a knock in the game against Bournemouth. Cole Palmer. Phillips. Another long lift upfield trying to find Riyad Mahrez. Our two possession-based sides have made it 50-50 in terms of control in the first half so far. Minutes to go before the half-time break. Another ball won back by Cole Palmer, courtesy of some lackadaisical passing out from the back from Barca. Piqué, hustled there by Alvarez. Lewis muscled off the ball. It's played to Aubameyang. Aubameyang turns. Rafinha blocked by Walker. The flag had already been raised. It was a clever spin from Aubameyang. After Barca just had too much muscle going forward. Palmer. Mahrez. Two defenders go to him. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Normally Foden would have João Cancelo on that left-hand side going through. Another Barca transfer target a couple of summers ago. He's now extended his deal with Manchester City. It's actually a regular right back, João Cancelo, with competition for places being as it is. Kyle Walker seems to be first choice on the right. Cancelo forced to play on the left, which he does so very well indeed. New role for both of them this season in the opening few games. Playing narrow. Not so much width from the City full-backs. Phillips. Foden, first time cross from him, appeals for handball. Alvarez tries a curler into the top right corner. Goes behind at the Spotify Camp Nou. Peña. Roberto turns. Forced back there by Foden. Kesse and Sergio Roberto combine. That's a play out of trouble. And go forward with Ferran Torres. Torres intercepting his own teammate. And Manchester City back in control. Just over 5 minutes to go before the half-time break. Manchester City scoring first, courtesy of Julian Alvarez. Barcelona's equaliser, a firm drive from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Torres. Over the top. Manchester City's defence deal with that. Here's Calvin Phillips. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva inside the area as Mahrez might try and find him. Looks for the 1-2. Bernardo Silva took too much time over picking out an option. Busquets was right up on him. Well, Xavi named a squad of 27 players for this game. Expect plenty of changes in the second half. Barca up against Valladolid on Sunday evening. Manchester City's next opponents, Crystal Palace, on Saturday afternoon. Bernardo Silva. Great work to hold on to the ball from Bernardo Silva. Speculation has abounded all summer that he might be on his way here to the Camp Nou, and there's a challenge. Maybe inside the area, perhaps on the edge of the box. Whatever the case, Riyad Mahrez has been brought down. So it is just outside the area. Opportunity for a free kick. Mahrez might be a candidate to take it. Sliding challenges in by Busquets and Jordi Alba. So the wall is set up. Manchester City put a wall of their own in front. Koundé is the player chosen to go behind the wall on the ground. Yeah, Mahrez takes the set piece, drills it into one of those defenders. It might have been Piqué who took the brunt of that. De Jong. Turns and breaks away, tries to thread through the pass to Aubameyang, and it's well read by Kyle Walker. Walker now starting to play a bit more in that new role in the centre. The first half comes to a close with the score deadlocked at 1-1. Manchester City taking the lead courtesy of Julian Alvarez, capitalising on a mistake by Iñaki Peña. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scoring the equaliser just 7 minutes later. The second half is on its way. We'll be back shortly at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Sure, you should teach him to ride a bike. Then use Greenlight and teach him how to invest in bikes. Teach him to be smart about money and he'll go far.
Super far! Oh, hey, Mom!
Navigate the world of money together. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
Oh, Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Classic and old world pepperoni on one pizza, and a large is just $9.99? The phrase slice of heaven comes to mind. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Skyrizi.
Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bear my skin. Yeah, that's on me. Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everyday.
Achieve clearer skin with Skyrizi. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin, even at 4 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
It's my moment, so I just gotta say. Nothing is everyday.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Now's the time to ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
On Season 5 of Fansville, college football is back, and it's total chaos.
The conference lines are being redrawn, and Fansville's being ripped apart.
And nothing
Sorry, Logan, you live in tech country now.
But I hate tech!
will ever be the same.
Schools are changing conferences! Players are changing schools! What happened to tradition?
So hold on to your Dr. Pepper.
That's called an off tackle. That's where the running back runs.
I know what it is. Did you just fansplain me?
I'm sorry. I was out of bounds. That's where a player steps back.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Great things don't happen by accident. No one just blew out a candle and turned on a light bulb. Great things happen with action. And when it comes to financial security, the same truth applies. You want to feel excited about your future and see things you never thought possible? Action makes it possible. At AIG Life and Retirement, we proudly partner with financial professionals to help more people take action in their financial lives.
Old Trapper Beefs. Fake protein.
Can we take a protein break? Check it. I got my beans, my bars, my fuse, my glums. I think Goop was a bad choice.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
This is Inside College Football,
Looking for the next 2 hours.
where you'll get out-of-the-box takes
I have the flow.
and up-to-the-minute news.
He just explained it to you.
We break down everything from the gridiron and beyond. Inside College Football on CBS Sports Network.
Last year was a special one in European club football as full stadiums, dramatic finishes and Real Madrid's march to a record 14th Champions League title resulted with a memorable final in France. Here is CBS Sports' Guillaume Balaguer with an in-depth look at a memorable year in Destination Paris.
In the last couple of years, COVID hit hard here. But little by little, things are waking up.
Champions League, the best competition in football, is back. We've got the crowds back as well.
There's going to be excitement, there always is. We're about to go on an adventure. On the pitch and off. Come with me.
The highest scoring in competition history, with goals flying in across Europe from all the big guns.
I hear that Luka Modric can do anything.
The guy came from such humble beginnings and now he's on top of the sports world.
This is Teal, he's in!
No one likes us and we don't care. I like you. Second checkpoint, this one with Russian troops, Russian army.
The war in Ukraine has begun.
What I saw in these 37 hours is a nightmare.
Even in the most difficult of circumstances,
fans weren't allowed to buy tickets for games. They're not supposed to bring politics into football.
Football always gives you something.
Today we are playing for Ukraine.
The Champions League final will be moved from St. Petersburg.
UEFA has stripped St. Petersburg of this season's Champions League final, moving the game to Paris.
The fans are trying to get into the stadium.
Can you see that there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not new.
Welcome to the most prestigious game of club football.
The Champions League final is life-changing. The whole world is watching.
An evening of tantalising possibility.
You have dreams, but you don't know if you will achieve them.
You cannot write this. It's impossible.
People are desperate to belong to something, and they're desperate to find magic. And they find a lot of that magic in football.
Real Madrid lifted the Champions League trophy last May, capping a special year in Europe, and they'll begin their title defence in September. Stay tuned for more action from Camp Nou as the second half of Barcelona and Manchester City gets underway.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
This is Bandit. He founded Underdog Fantasy so that humans who really love sports could play with their friends and win some big prizes. Tell your human to go to UnderdogFantasy.com today.
The last few years were financially challenging for me. Then, Scout needed surgery I couldn't afford. So I talked to Rocket Mortgage, and they helped me consolidate my debt with a refinance and find the cash I needed to care for him.
Rocket does more than help Americans free up an average of $300 per month. We can help make your goals and dreams happen. Reach out to Rocket and let us help you.
It's not about how fast you run. It's about how well you slow down. Corona Premier. Lower carbs, lower calories. Is your light beer Premier?
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
At Domino's, you can get more than just your favorite pizza. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and yes, medium 2-topping pizzas as well. Carry out any 2 or more mix-and-match items for $5.99 each or get them delivered for $6.99 each.
We run a step to step, turning notes to yes, dress to flex. We got minds to change, no time to waste. Rearrange parts to play, we on ready to go. Pressure on, bet it on, the minute I go, then I'm.
Here's to the spatially challenged, the nearsighted and the far. Here's to the sense of directionless, to the dingers, denters, and that should buff right outers. At Good to Go, we see you and know that accidents happen. Good to Go is here to give you auto insurance when others won't. For as little as $20 down and low monthly payments, Good to Go makes it easy to get approved, insured, and back on the road fast. Get the coverage you need, instant proof of insurance, and be on your way. Just promise you won't drive too fast. When others say no, we say you're good to go. Visit goodtogo.com.
Nobody does anything perfectly the first time, or the second, even the third. We learn from mistakes. But when it comes to retirement planning, who can afford mistakes? Smart Asset can help you avoid those unpleasant mishaps with a free guide, The 7 Crucial Mistakes of Retirement Planning. We also match you with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors who can help you achieve your retirement goals. Using Smart Asset is free with no obligation. Discover what others learned the hard way at smartasset.com.
This is the feeling of certainty. The feeling that comes from knowing you're inspiring your customers, uniting your team, recognizing achievements, and expressing heartfelt thank yous with promotional products people use and love from the experts at 4imprint, your partners in creating special moments and memories by making people smile. Enjoy that feeling of certainty with promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
The UEFA Champions League is just around the corner, and CBS Sports and Paramount Plus is your home for all the action as the group stage kicks off with match day 1 on September 6th and 7th. The group stage draw takes place on Thursday when defending champions Real Madrid and the other 31 competing clubs will find out who their opponents will be this fall. We'll be back with more action from the Barcelona-Manchester City charity match at the Camp Nou after this.
Back on travel purchase through Chase with Chase Freedom Unlimited. Earn 5% on our cabin. Hello, cash back.
Hello, Kevin Hart.
Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
The odds of the universe forming, your parents meeting and birthing you is basically zero. So what is life? A chance, and every moment a bet. Like hearing your alarm, betting if the milk is still milk, betting on the durability of grocery bags, and betting when politics will come up at dinner. Yes, we all bet on the game of life, but life doesn't offer you $150 in free bets when you bet just 5. So when it comes to the NFL, bet on America's #1 sportsbook, FanDuel, and make every moment more.
Among my patients, I often see them have teeth sensitivity as well as gum issues. Does it worry me? Absolutely. Sensodyne sensitivity and gum gives us a dual action effect that really takes care of both our teeth sensitivity as well as our gum issues. There's no question it's something that I would recommend.
We got sights to set, we run step to step, turning nose to yes, dress to flex. We got minds to change, no time to waste, rearrange parts to play, we all ready to go. Pressure on, bet it on, a minute I go, then I'm
Busted? Original Gorilla Glue, of course. Works indoor, works outdoor. It's weatherproof, it's waterproof. It's versatile and incredibly strong for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
It's not about how fast you run. It's about how well you slow down. Corona Premier. Lower carbs, lower calories. Is your light beer Premier?
Domino's online carryout deal now includes our delicious oven-baked dips and twist combos for $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists?
$7.99.
8-piece wings?
$7.99.
3-topping pizzas?
$7.99.
The only place to get this deal?
Domino's.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen, or a queen for a twin, and save up to $700 on top brands like Serta and Beautyrest. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase. Shop the lowest prices of the season and save up to 60%, with Beautyrest Queen mattresses starting at $379.99 or Serta at $499.99. With our Love Your Mattress guarantee, get the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it, only at Mattress Firm.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yeah! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro.
like it never even happened.
One new show's hitting all the right notes.
Because I'm famous!
It's thoroughly charming and drop-dead funny.
Well, I guess if you're not gasping at that, you're simply not a gasper.
TV's #1 new comedy, Ghosts. Catch up on demand and streaming on Paramount+.
The two sides come back out for the second half of this friendly, as we see a greeting between Gerard Piqué and Pep Guardiola. Now, several players have come back out who featured in the first half, but we will have some changes as well, including the introduction of Ansu Fati, a young sensation at Barcelona. Also had a season blighted by injuries last term. He appears to be back to his best. Had a tremendous cameo appearance against Real Sociedad. He is applauded on by the Spotify Camp Nou faithful. So we should get a rundown of any other players have been replaced. It looks as if Jordi Alba had given away one of his shirts, so he's back on the field to place a player on Ansu Fati. Looks as if he's replaced Ferran Torres. We are back underway with the second half. 1-1 at the interval. Both goals coming from goalkeeping errors. Two players who aren't regulars between the sticks as of yet in the La Liga and Premier League campaigns. Iñaki Peña with the howler dropping the ball in front of Julian Alvarez, who knocked it across the line. Ortega failing to cover his near post. And beaten by Aubameyang 7 minutes later. Alvarez. Have been some changes at Manchester City this summer. departing players like Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling and Alexander Zinchenko. Of course, some arrivals as well, and then some Erling Haaland, who's made a tremendous start to his Manchester City career. Julian Alvarez, who scored in the first half, here's a run through. Manchester City on the offensive, breaking into the area, just takes on one player too many. The ball falls here, it's smashed into Iñaki Peña, back out for Alvarez. Alvarez tries to poke it past the goalkeeper. It's a real scramble here. Alvarez once more. Now Mahrez, it goes wide. Manchester City speedy starters in the second half. It's taken away from Koundé by Julian Alvarez. Finally, it's Mahrez who sends it wide. Mahrez is on the ball here. And back, it looks as if Joao Cancelo has come on for Manchester City. John Stones as well, wearing the number 5 shirt. Joao Cancelo moves to number 7 this season with Raheem Sterling's departure. Here's Mahrez. Hit short by Cole Palmer. Betty has been brought on as well at left back, replacing Sergio Gomez. And a solid first 45 minutes in a Manchester City shirt. His first time playing for the club since his signing just ahead of the game against Newcastle. Too much time taken on the ball there by Ruben Diaz. Nearly came a cropper. Here's Ansu Fati. Wanted to play that 1-2 with Franck Kessié. Stones. Stones, who can be expected to play a big role in the next few games if Nathan Ake is injured for any amount of time. Stones, slightly late starter for City in pre-season, didn't go on their US tour. Instead played with the under-23s in Croatia. Even used at right back at one point last season, especially in the Champions League when Kyle Walker was suspended for his sending off against Red Bull Leipzig. Had to serve a 3-match ban. Stones who wins the ball back there. 360 turn from Bernardo Silva. Left by Phillips. to Piqué. Another interception there from Manchester City, having a lot more of the ball at the start of the first half than Barcelona. Phillips. Maris. Phillips. So there have been some changes at half-time. Wilson Esprand has come on at left back. He looks for the ball on the overlap there from Phil Foden. Over the top, Piqué will try and get this away. It's a rather awkward clearance attempt from him. Koundé can only send it into the stands. Several teams were interested in Jules Koundé this summer. Sevilla selling both of their first choice fullbacks. Koundé going to Barcelona. Diego Carlos going to Aston Villa. We won't see much of him this season. He's set to miss the entire campaign after picking up a rather unfortunate injury. Back to Iñaki Peña. Distribution out wasn't great. It's another mistake at the back from Barcelona. Normally so good at bringing the ball out of the defence. Guardiola's called some substitutes over. Seems to be preparing to make a change. Have we got a player down for Manchester City? And it's Calvin Phillips. He's been clutching his shoulder. Let's see, maybe that is a dislocation or a knock of some sort. And has all the hallmarks of a dislocated shoulder. Guardiola had called over a substitute to prepare to come on. Calvin Phillips is the understudy to the Spaniard Rodri. There's Erling Haaland, who's warming up as well. Xavi is going to make a series of changes, including bringing on Memphis Depay. Eric Garcia is seemingly going to come on against his former club, and we might see some Kevin De Bruyne in a few moments' time. So Eric Garcia, Memphis Depay and Balde will come on. Gerard Piqué is one of the players hooked. Aubameyang also goes off, as does Franck Kessié, and we'll see Gavi come on as well. Jordi Alba also goes off. Juan Carlos Nsue does get about. He was in the Manchester City dugout for the first half. He accompanies Xavi for the second period. Sergio Roberto. This is Eric Garcia. He's up against his former club today. He did make clear that he wanted to go back to Barcelona. It was just as he was getting some frequent minutes for Manchester City in late 2020. Over to the left-hand side where it's Wilson Esbrand. Cole Palmer. Several players in this Manchester City side haven't been getting minutes as of late. It's a good chance for them to get some match fitness. Back by Cancelo. Another reminder, you can donate to ALS Research with the PISM number 02598. Or follow the QR code that is on your screens. We have seen a few City players warming up. It looks as if Kevin De Bruyne was going to be introduced. He may very well be brought on the hour mark. This is Mahrez. Stones. So Rodri has come on to replace Phillips. Cameo of around about half an hour or so for the Spaniard. Played here many a time for Villarreal and also for Atletico Madrid. Eric Garcia. On to the right, this will be chased after by Sergio Roberto. Barcelona's next official fixture, of course, the game against Valladolid. recently returned to the top flight of Spanish football. That game takes place here at the Camp Nou. Next away trip for Barca, down south at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan against Sevilla. Another game in southern Spain a week later against Cadiz. And it's Elche here in Catalonia. Will be a Champions League fixture as well at some point. Champions League draw takes place tomorrow. Manchester City could well be drawn against Barcelona. City's next confirmed games: Crystal Palace and a game against Nottingham Forest. First midweek league fixture for the Blues. Aston Villa at Villa Park, and then a big game against Tottenham Hotspur. Nicked away there. Sergio Roberto wasn't too aware of that being in his possession. We're going to have further changes. And it's a triple change for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva goes off. He may be back at the Spotify Camp Nou at some point this season. Kevin De Bruyne comes on. Luka Mbeti Tatsu and İlkay Gündoğan. Ruben Diaz hands over the captain's armband to İlkay Gündoğan. Foden goes off as well. Have around about 25 minutes to go in this friendly between two great teams in aid of a greater cause. Garcia. Gündoğan gets the pass from Kevin De Bruyne. It's into the box. This is Cole Palmer. The chance still on for Manchester City. It's loose on the edge of the area. Rodri now to Cancelo. Gathered up again by Manchester City. Peña once again running the risk of losing the ball to Julian Alvarez. Scrappy challenge there. The referee plays a good advantage. Played in by Sergio Roberto. For Barcelona, it's driven into the net by Frenkie de Jong. On the follow-up of a scramble inside the area. Frenkie de Jong finishes off a chance that saw some more defensive disarray. He may yet leave Barcelona in the summer transfer market, but Frenkie de Jong smashes home the ball. There's a no-look pass from Kevin De Bruyne that Rodri could not bring under control. is Gavi's interception. Memphis Depay has his run through blocked by Ortega. And Frankie de Jong on the follow-up finishes off. Barcelona 2, Manchester City 1. Sergio Roberto goes back to Iñaki Peña. One touch to control was nearly a touch too much. Those two second-half substitutes combine, and Frankie de Jong picks up the pieces. KDB's strikers deflect it out. Manchester City have a corner. Audrey makes a run to the near post. Gundogan was challenging for that. There's the follow-up. A real rocket, and it falls loose. Put over the top by Julian Alvarez. The initial effort by João Cancelo. Well, this is turning into back and forth action. We're seeing some brilliant stuff here in Catalonia. Ortega plays out to Stones. Collected on the left. There's a call for it in the centre by Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez. Played across by Cancelo. Easy tap in for Cole Palmer. As Manchester City get back on terms. It's Cole Palmer who finishes off that team move from Pep Guardiola's men. Palmer starting the move on the left-hand side and then finishing off from that series of passes. Mahrez plays to Cancelo. Cancelo squares. Cole Palmer finishes off. With that, Pep Guardiola thinks about bringing on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland has scored in his last two away appearances for Manchester City. De Bruyne runs out of space there as he runs into three defenders. A little kick out there at Sergio Busquets. Julian Alvarez with another impressive performance today, including the opening goal of the game. Goes off to be replaced by Erling Haaland. Rafinha goes off, Pjanic. And Pablo Torres will come on. Pjanic receives a greeting from his one-time Juventus teammate, João Cancelo. Frankie de Jong goes off. Busquets also withdrawn. That sets us up for the last quarter hour or so of action in this midweek friendly. Up by Iñaki Peña. Memphis turns. Move keeps going. Here's Balde. Cole Palmer sliding in, takes out Gavi. He was entitled to go for it, but he crunches through Gavi. Drops over the top of the wall. Rolled out to Cancelo. Gundogan. To the right. Kevin De Bruyne can't quite run onto it as Balde got the touch. Roberto. Sergio Roberto has taken on the captain's armband with the departure from the field of play of Sergio Busquets. Peña plays out. It was rather close to Erling Haaland there. Gavi plays it through, precision pass. The finish from Memphis, though, is blocked by Ortega. A game that has seen several goalkeeping mistakes. Ortega got it right on that occasion. Swinging corner, Haaland heads away. Eric Garcia. Garcia spreads the pass across. Probably into that back line. Pjanic who's determined this season to show his Eric Garcia. Balde storms through the defence. It's still Balde. He's got the option of the pass to Gavi. He's overhit it. Finds Abde. Abde turns on the skill. The move is reset. This is Gavi. Side-footed home by the striker as it was squared by Sergi Roberto. Starts off with that crossfield ball. Excellent control from Sergi Roberto. And a precision pass from him. Memphis Depay had already got past Stones and had the goal at his mercy. And we're going to see a change in goal for Barcelona. Arnau Tenas is going to come on. Sergi Roberto goes off and Ansu Fati will take on the captain's armband. Serginho Dest will also come on. So Barcelona ringing the changes. 27 players named in the squad today. They've given a lot of them a run out. We're yet to see Robert Lewandowski. In it goes out of play. Papan was looking for Haaland in the middle. Ansu Fati has to set off down the left. Joao Cancelo had other ideas. There is Lewandowski. It looks unlikely that he's going to get a run out in the final moments. This ball nearly finds its way across the line from Kevin De Bruyne. Well, goalkeepers are not having a good time tonight. Now Tenas put under pressure. Ortega might be under some pressure as well here. The defender has to put the ball out. Listen, Esprand wasn't sure about the call from the German. Here's now Tenas. Turns on the scale against Kevin De Bruyne. But it very nearly didn't work out for him. Hit on the volley by Ansu Fati. That was a crowd pleaser. Albeit the execution was off. Of heads inside the box was brought on the physios. Christensen is treated. That was a hefty clash of heads. Looks as if there's some swelling on the face of Christensen as well, and it's the Manchester City player who's received maybe the bigger knock. Look at Bete.
L'assistència d'avui a l'estadi és de 91.062 persones.
Well, superb attendance tonight. Look at that, 91,062 fans turning up for this one. As you see, one last reminder, the BSIM number 02598, the QR code through which you can make donations as well for ALS research. Guardiola will make some final changes. It looks as if Lukumbete is not going to be able to continue. Christensen is going to ask for permission to come back onto the field of play. Understandably, this new concussion protocol introduced sees these kinds of things taken very seriously indeed. Lukumbete is not going to be rushed off the field of play. Kevin De Bruyne shares a joke with Pjanic. Had been 6 years since Manchester City last played a game at the Camp Nou. Barca have historically got the better of these games, and they lead the way here. Will have perhaps a considerable amount of stoppage time. This collision between Lukumbete and Andres Christensen. Lukumbete had been sitting up, he now lies back down. We go over to the dugouts to see the various reactions from the two coaches, Xavi and Pep Guardiola, going up against one another for the first time today in coaching roles. Following this game, Manchester City will be flying back to England. They will take on Crystal Palace at the weekend on Saturday afternoon. Game on Sunday for Barcelona against Valladolid. Carlos Nzue organising this game along with Joan Laporta, the Barca president. The hosting of this game was delayed due to COVID-19 protocols. The utmost precaution being taken over Lukumbete. We have had a considerable delay here. We might have those minutes made up before the end. The most important thing is ensuring that Lukumbete's condition is okay. The Norwegian is going to come on. It's Oscar Bob. He's not made a first team appearance for Manchester City. So the motorised stretcher has been brought onto the field of play, but Lukumbete has still not been loaded onto it. He had sat up, but then would lie back down. Let's hope that it's nothing serious. The utmost precaution being taken by the physios. Bob will come on in his place for the final moments of this game. Christensen will request permission to come back on. So this will be a drop ball. Possession will be given back to Manchester City. A neck brace applied to Lukumbete. Christensen will come back on. Bob will be introduced in place of Lukumbete. As we get this one back underway. Haaland drops back to look for the ball. Garcia fouls him. Mahrez to Gundogan. Cancelo. High press employed by Barca, but Manchester City break through it with Cancelo. Here's Cole Palmer. Haaland's made a run. Haaland calls for it. Haaland will run onto it. The angle is too narrow. He goes down. And a penalty has been awarded. Well, Haaland goes down with a smile. He had previously endeared himself to the Barcelona fans, mainly by not signing for Real Madrid. Haaland stumbles over. He's given off the penalty to Riyad Mahrez, having previously dispatched a spot kick himself against West Ham United. Mahrez, the regular penalty taker for Manchester City. Steps up, left-footed take, blasts it into the top right corner. Manchester City a level late on in stoppage time. Haaland runs across the path of Christensen. There were questions about the penalty, no question about the conversion though from Riyad Mahrez. Just a couple more minutes of stoppage time to be played. Barca back on the ball. This is Memphis. Low drive from Abde is easily collected by Ortega. De Bruyne. Listen, Esbrand lets that run. Mahrez caught offside. Pjanic. Turn and play back to Ortega. Space on the left. Haaland in the middle. Cole Palmer as well. Mahrez is calling for it on the right flank. The referee calls a close to this friendly game, which concludes in a 3-3 draw. A warm embrace between Pep Guardiola and Xavi Hernandez. It's been a great night. 91,062 fans have come to the Camp Nou to see this enjoyable game between Barcelona and Manchester City, all in aid of a good cause. You can still donate to ALS Research. A wonderful game with plenty of action. And who knows, these sides might yet meet again this season in the Champions League. The final score at the Spotify Camp Nou: Barcelona 3, Manchester City 3.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Holy Dr. Pepper. On season 5 of Fansville, college football is back and it's total chaos.
I mean, there's East Coast teams on the West Coast, there's West Coast teams in the Midwest.
I can't find the game.
We're gonna miss a kickoff!
Come on down to Fansville Foam Finger Warehouse.
How many NIL deals does Bryce Young have?
This is too much change. What's next? Games in the metaverse? Robot coaches?
Honey, let me get you a Dr. Pepper. So you want Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, Zero Sugar, Dr. Pepper and cream soda?
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Nobody does anything perfectly the first time, or the second, even the...
Live na. Live na,